Hi everyone, this is Pleiadian Star Healer and welcome to this week's Pleiadian Starcast. So this forecast goes from December 6th of 2020 to December 13th of 2020. So for those who are new, I've developed my own spread for this Starcast. We're going to go over the main energy of the week, the opposing energy, the underlying lesson, the decision that you can make, or decisions or opportunities that will be presented to you, and then the outcome and how everything just ties together. So this week I'm going to be using the numerology, because before I chose the deck I saw the Macabre, or the Macabre as they say, or I guess so I was like, okay, so this is the deck that they want me to use this week. So we're going to get right into it. And of course, before I start, if you like my content, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And my other social media platforms will be in the description box. So we're going to go over what is the main energy of the week. What is the main energy? And we have manifestation. So this week's energy is about manifesting the life that you want. I feel perhaps being 100% sure about what you want in your life, or what you want to manifest in your life. Especially if you have difficulties manifesting. A lot of people, I feel, they get very worried. You do have to understand that although it can happen quickly, but the universe does give you time to really put the intent, put the focus. As you've heard, I'm sure, they say to manifest is not you just sit there and just wait for things to happen. That's not realistic, okay? You have to be also in the motion. So as I was saying, you are the co-creator, so you have to be in action with the universe. So as you're doing the things that you want to bring into manifestation, that's how the universe will respond to you. So for example, you're looking for a job, right? And you want a high paying job, or you want an ideal job position, but you're not going to get it if you just stay home and do nothing and not do, resumes and stuff like that, or even go to interviews. See, to co-create with the universe will be you're doing the resume, you're sending out the resume, and you're just putting out there that the right position will call to you, the right job, the right company will call to you. See, that is what manifestation is. You can also, as I would say, you have to make sure that your subconscious matches what your consciousness wants. So say for instance, like you're a healer, or you're in the healer business. You can say into the universe, I would like to attract clients who are patient, who are understanding, where we can work in a very harmonious frequency or environment, right? Also, what I say about subconscious and conscious is, if you want something, you want it really bad consciously, but subconsciously you feel like you don't deserve it, or you have issues with worthiness, feeling like, or being kind of paranoid about the good things that happen in your life, or always like have like that skepticism, that could interfere with the energy of manifestation. Okay, so that is this week's energy, to focus on manifesting. So what is the opposing energy to manifesting? So let's see. What is the opposing energy to manifesting? So what could be opposing your ability to manifest? And we have physical activity. That is opposing energy. So as I was saying before, you need to be in motion. You need to be doing something to bring about your manifestations to life, into reality. So I feel like the physical can also be how much intent you put, how much focus you put onto what you want. And as I was saying before, to bring about the results, you also have to be doing to bring about it. So if you want a happier life, but you're just in your home being depressed about it, what is the universe going to give you? Exactly what you're doing. And you're going to be at home all the time, and you're going to be miserable and not doing anything that's going to be counteractive, that's going to be against that. So definitely the opposing energy is not doing anything. So perhaps I feel like there's probably issues with will, or like motivation. I feel like also our mind can be our biggest prison, so I feel like there is that desire, I want this, I want that, but our self-imposed limitations is what keeps us there. So the opposing energy is like, it keeps us not physical, it keeps us just there, reactive, it's just like whatever, non-active, and just sitting there and just like, so whatever it is, whether it's just a change of life, I want to be happier, we have to be in the motion of physical activity, actually doing to bring about, the main energy of manifestation. Okay, so we can't just sit back and expect things to fall in our lap, regardless of what it is. Even if it's something simple like, I'm bored. How are you going to change your boredom? You have to do something. Even if it's just reading or something, it doesn't have to be grandeur. You don't have to go and jump off a cliff and skydiving. But you can do things you love, perhaps, or things you're not sure yet. You can, I feel like life is about discovery. So like if, for example, if you never did art before, or you feel like you're not good at it, you can still, I've seen paintings for millions of dollars and they're just like paint splatters, So it's like, if a person can sell their painting for millions, like ink blots and just splatter, I think you can manage drawing like a little, some type of frame of something, So just take up, just keep discovering change, because it's in the action. Just the simple taking that step foot forward that will shift, their energy, and it will let, whatever you're manifesting come straight through. You are the co-creator, you are the magician, you just need to be in the act of doing. Okay. And also, because I heard wait, you forgot to mention one thing. You as a person have to discern on whether you're not doing enough or you're doing too much. Because sometimes we want to manifest things. Like if you're planning something, I'm planning an event or something, and you become obsessed with it, sort of like fixated on it. And sometimes that kind of energy also can disrupt. So sometimes you do have to just let go and let things just flow the way they're supposed to. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to. See, letting go and letting things happen on its own doesn't mean you have to be inactive. You can still be working on your plans and making sure everything comes together, but do not have like that intense fixation and just let everything fall into place. Okay, so I wanted to just, and we're all intelligent. We all have the ability to judge for ourselves, because no one knows our situations better than us. So you do have to discern, are you doing too much or you're not doing enough? Okay, but really be honest with yourself, because sometimes our brain can put us in this, I need to do more and more and more and more, but we do have to be honest and say, are we doing too much or am I not doing too much, So everyone is, unique to their own situation. So, practice discernment in that regard. Okay. So now we're going to go with, what is the underlying lesson? Like, what are we learning from these two energies? So let's see. What are we learning from these two? And we have, you see? Time out. So I feel like for some would definitely be about discerning, as I was saying before, whether you're doing too much, whether you're not doing enough. So you definitely need a timeout. There has to be a point, whether you're doing enough or you're not doing enough, there has to be a moment where you need a timeout and really basically, to just really be honest with yourself and not really talk to your ego, your consciousness, but really go down to the underlying foundation of yourself and say, let me just take that moment and say, am I doing too much? Or maybe I'm not doing enough. So what could I do to change that? Or if you are doing too much, like how could you just tone it down just a little bit, right? So definitely the underlying lesson is knowing when to take a moment and go, let me just get my shit together first, have like a plan of action. Like don't just do whatever. You do have to like sit and really think about it and say, okay, what do I have to do? How do I go about it? How do I just bring everything together without being too intense about it, too fixated, where I can't release the expectation of the end result. Okay? So then, what decision will you have to make? What will be presented to you? So like, what decision? So what decision will you have to make, right? And what decision could be presented to you? And we have karmic completion. So I feel like definitely this has to do about patterns, because I heard about patterns. And I feel that the things that are coming are part of your karmic lessons, because as the underlying lesson, we have like timeout, so definitely there needs to be some type of awareness to figure out what you're manifesting and how you're going to bring into manifesting. Okay, and understand that the certain things that are happening that may be sort of unfavorable to you may just be your karmic energy, just your karmic lesson or contract just playing itself out, and just being able to hold on steadfast to the things that you really want. Sometimes it could take longer than we want, of course, but know that things happen the way they're supposed to. And I feel like also with the timeout, we have like divine timing, to know and to not compare yourself to others and where they at or where you at, where others at, that we're all traveling on the same road, just at different speeds, and that's okay. Because before we really get to where we're getting, we need to just fulfill, karmic crap that we've written for ourselves, okay? And I do feel like there may be situations that will like appear in your life to a decision or to what you're trying to manifest or what you're trying to bring over. So I feel like there's definitely going to be some type of repetitive pattern happening. This could be how you respond to situations, how you feel about situations. So I feel like definitely there might be something that's coming up where it's going to just be a part of your karmic contract, and you have to decide when to, if you're going to just complete it and say, okay, I already been through this is enough, or or you're going to be fulfilling again, with the repetitive behavior and thought patterns and all that. So definitely, the things that you're trying to manifest definitely have a lot to do with your karma. And before getting to that completion cycle, there definitely is like there's these lessons in between it. And I feel like definitely this is where you're going to need to take that moment, as I was saying before, and really go inside within yourself and really think about what you're going to do, just to be more in awareness, and try not to keep doing the same old things. Try to complete these karmic cycles, because it says karmic completion. So really try to be more in awareness of what's happening and how you're going to go about it. And if there's a situation that's trying to diverge you from what you're trying to bring into your life, or if it's going to help or not. This definitely takes a lot of spiritual, emotional, and mental work. Life is a whole package kind of thing. Okay, that is part of the human experience. So then we have what is the outcome, or like how does everything tie together. So I'm just gonna move this so I can shuffle nicely without messing up the cards. So like, what is the outcome, or how these cards play together? So what can we expect out of being in awareness and try to bring our karmic contracts to full completion? Let's see here. And we have, okay, and we have, let's see. We have follow your dreams. So definitely this is about the outcome. That's the outcome position. So definitely it's about, fulfilling the things that you want, that your heart truly desires, whether that be like money. But I feel like really the true foundation is happiness and peace. And you need to follow whatever brings you that feeling, whatever brings you that kind of satisfaction of being happy and being at peace. So definitely there's going to be, of course, some karmic stuff playing in, and see if you're going to just come to the same old, or if you're just going to be like, no, I've learned, I've had enough, it's time to move forward. So definitely you need to think about it. Okay, so I'm just going to show the cards real quick. So we have in the main energy position, we have the manifestation, right? In the opposing, we have physical activity. So this is about, doing or not doing. Then we have the underlining lesson, and that's knowing when to take, a time out, right? And then we have the decision. So definitely there is some karmic stuff, being more in awareness about how you react to things or what you're going to do. And then in the outcome, we have the follow your dreams. So just make sure that your heart is in the right place, that your ego is not taking control completely, and because the ego will always keep you in that karmic garbage, where it's like doing the same old thing, reacting to the same old thing, and or bringing back people who are toxic to your life again, connections and things like that. So there's definitely need to be an awareness, and just make sure that whatever you do, that it helps you, it makes you feel good, it makes you feel at peace, it makes you happy, because whatever, like I always said before, whatever comes and goes is both in your favor. So you definitely just have to focus on that feeling, on what will make you happy, truly happy, not just for the moment, not just to get by, but when everything is not there, or everything's gone, like what is the last thing that will make you feel really happy, and what could you do about it? Okay, so I'm gonna put these over here and I'm gonna see if I'm gonna pull the Pleiadian message now. So what is, sorry, 1, 2, what does Sarah wants to tell us? And we have our creativity. So let's see. Oh, divine being, you are the creator of your world. You are the creator of the universe. It is time for you to tap into that creative energy. Look into your solar plexus. Stare at it as if you were staring into the sun. Follow what your heart truly desires. Create the life that you want. It is not impossible. All things are possible. You always have a choice. And you can look towards brighter days. So that is the message from my guide Sarah, which is creativity. And I feel like, well, not even feel like, the manifestation card, the manifestation card, the ability to manifest also comes from the solar plexus. So, and it's the yellow. So I thought that was really cool too. I think these cards were actually pretty amazing for this Starcast, which I always find them pretty accurate. So that is the end of this Pleiadian Starcast. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I will leave again my, you can join me on my other social medias, and of course, please, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support and sharing my videos. I truly appreciate it, and thank you for the business too, for those who have reached out for healings and readings. I truly appreciate it. So I will see you guys all next week. Have a great, wonderful day and weekend, and I will see you guys again next week. Bye.